only in March am I looking at the Drake Bulldog sleeping during a game and being like, that's cute. Oh, hey, Drake's an automatic qualifier.
Right.
How do you think Drake feels about Drake University having more success than him?
It's interesting.
Tell me.
I put real thought into this.
Of course you did. Do you think he could use it to
I
his
just
advantage?
thought about, like, the only thing that could derail Ben McCollum's first season at Drake. Like, we actually did like 7 minutes on the Island College Basketball podcast on this, like, back in January.
Okay.
Like, what if Kendrick Lamar just popped out and decided, all right, now here's another Drake that's feeling pretty good about itself. Let's go handle this. Let's go.
Don't do that to Drake.
Let's go clear the room out again. All right. No, the Drake thing is actually like a terrific story. Do you know the story?
Awesome. Yeah, it was in the Yahoo Sports News.
So Ben McCollum's the head coach there. He's been a Division II head coach in Missouri for years and years, and like won 12 straight conference championships at the Division II level and 4 national championships. And though there have been great Division I coaches who started Division II, that is not normally the path to Division I. Because before Division I school would hire you, they'd ask questions like, well, has he ever recruited at this level? Did he ever work in this conference? Does he have geographical ties? All that stuff. Well, now, I don't want to say none of that matters, but it's less important than it used to be, because now it's just like, can you coach basketball and do you have NIL? That's what it takes to be successful. So Drake, I think, clearly intelligent, like, there's this guy at the Division II level who just never loses. Let's hire him and see what happens. He literally brought some of his Division II players to Drake, and they just ran through the league. He won 30 games. He just like basically took a Division II
and plopped him into
Division I and ran through everybody. And so at some point, like, now that's 12 straight conference championships at 2 different schools. And I'm telling you, if I were Indiana or anybody else with a big job that's open or that will open, this is exactly the guy I would be looking at. He's early 40s, obviously brilliant. Like, it's the classic, give him 5 dudes and he'll beat you, and then you could trade teams and he'll take the dudes you just lost with and he'll beat you with them. He's that guy. And I understand that if you were the Indiana job open 5 years ago, you would reasonably ask questions like, okay, he's never worked in the state. Is that a problem? He's never worked at the high major level. Does he know how to recruit? Does he even know who runs the Indiana Nike EYBL team? All these things used to matter. Now it's like, can he coach basketball? Clearly, look at his Wikipedia page. Look at those records. Nothing bad, everything good. Okay, can we give him $8 million to buy a team with? Sure, we could do that. All right, so what's the problem? You know how when you're hiring an NBA coach, like when the Grizzlies are looking for a coach and they settle on Taylor Jenkins, in that process, we are never having conversations like, well, is the next coach, does he have ties to the market? Does he have ties to the area? What kind of relationships does he have?
Right.
It doesn't matter. You just, do you have an owner who puts your franchise in position financially to spend, to pay what you need to pay, to have the roster you need to have? Yes. Do you have a general manager who's smart and knows how to do that? Yes. Do you have a coach who can coach basketball? Yes. That's all you need. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
In college basketball, that's becoming increasingly true, and it's why I would not hesitate to hire Ben McCollum. You hire a guy who wins this much and give him incredible NIL, I'm going to trust he's going to keep doing what he's been doing for more than a decade now.
Is this a bracket buster we should keep an eye on?
Sure.
I mean, it's always fun to have a couple that you...
It'll be interesting to see where they get seated.
Yeah.
But if they end up with a 12 next to them, that'll be the most popular 12-5 pick in the history of whatever. Because it'll probably be like a 30-win Drake team against a Kentucky team that's lost one of its best players to a season-ending injury and has sort of limped into the NCAA tournament, and that's the recipe for an upset.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m.